Okay, Mom? Does that screw with your lighting?
No.
Telling ghost stories today.
So on the next episode. Hey, you ready to do this again? First time, what is it, June 3rd. June 3rd, 10:50. We gotta do this quick because Brian forgot to bring his charger and the camera's almost dead. So we're gonna go give you another bi-weekly walkthrough. We're gonna miss the rest of June though, because I'm leaving and I won't be back till July. So let's run you through. We updated the boards so these guys know what they're doing while I'm gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 vehicles going right now between parts being ordered, vehicles in the shop, vehicles over at Frank's, vehicles at Interior, vehicles at Tuning, which I don't have anything there right now, but we have one that needs to go. So let's do this quick. We'll go out in the shop, show you what's going on. Let's go. Let's start over here. Let's do it opposite. Today's opposite day. All right, so over here we got everybody's parts, but we got the little Pio over there in the corner making tailgate latch kits because we're out of stock again. Having trouble keeping those things in stock, which we appreciate. Brandon Wallen's truck, chassis from Rev B, gets here this week. Engine's here, transmission shows up this week. So in the next video, you'll see some progress on that. Milan's truck, we've talked about before. He's finishing up a remodel, then we'll get back into that. Chris Kratos' truck, the one that's been here forever, 59 GMC, is apart and out to powder coat and over at Frank's. So look for this to have some bigger updates soon. When Pat Coast dropped off the OBS stuff that we'll show you here in a minute, they picked up this chassis. So we did a trailer swap. 6400, this came out pretty cool. Chris has been hard at work on this. We've molded these fenders in. We went back and forth on, are we gonna weld them on? Are we gonna bolt them on? They needed a bunch of work. We figured this was gonna be the easier route, and really it's the cleaner route. It's just gonna be a little bit more difficult for repairability if it ever needed to be repaired, but we ended up putting stuff on the bottom, putting stuff all along here, extending this, and rebuilding all this the whole way down. So like repairability, it's not like we could just buy a new fender and slap it on anyway. So we figured this might be easier to repair. If something ever did happen, we could just cut a line, stick a new one on, extend smaller pieces and be good. But let's just hope that he never has to repair it. Other than that, this door was rebuilt because it didn't fit very well. Cleaned up some of the edges. We still got to put the hooks on. We got to make this open with like electric actuators, and then we got to do everything underneath, and then the bed will come off, get powder coated. Nothing's changed up front. Nothing's changed with the Roadster Shop chassis, other than we got a Gearstar 4L80 in for this chassis. This is getting the big block 632, so like 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. So we had Gearstar build us a transmission that would hold up to that torque. I don't think Piles touched the golf cart. Exhaust for the Cadillac is here. It's not back on because we're doing some other stuff to the Cadillac first, and then we'll put everything back in and the exhaust will go back on. Kratos' wheels stacked up out of harm's way. No, these are Brandon's wheels. Where are Kratos' wheels? They must be over there. Let's go. Aaron Reed's truck, Rev B chassis. Haven't touched it. Ordered a bunch of parts for it. Parts are on their way. These are Kratos' wheels. There's Chris Kratos' wheels. So a truck that's been here for a long time is now apart and over at powder coat, and we're looking forward to finishing that one up. This is the Pace truck, obviously. And since the last video, this has been powder coated. Firewall's been painted. Underneath of the cab has all been bedline black. And we've put everything back together. So we're waiting on the wiring harness. A couple parts for the LSA plugs were on back order. So hopefully it shipped out last week. We should have it any day. But killer color combo. I kind of played off of like the graphics on the doors. And Preston wanted a white chassis. So we did the white chassis. We did black engine. And then these are all powder coated pieces. The brakes were done by Bear, and then all this other stuff was done to match. So now we just got to put it all together and wire it and make it run and drive. Where else? Allen Elliott's, we showed you this one last time, right? Nothing's changed. Ordering parts. Hopefully parts show up soon, and then we'll be able to get on some of this. As soon as we get through some of the other projects that are bad, things happen, then we'll get on this. So we'll talk about that truck when the tool guy's gone and what happened with that. But that's what delayed us from starting on this. Cadillac, so basically you saw last time we had the firewall panel on there and the engine and everything was still in. Now the engine's out. That's the engine on the ground over there. Firewall panel is over at Frank's getting painted. And in the meantime, the whole underside, we'll show you a big long transmission tunnel, and transmission tunnel had to get done. So that all just got painted. Since the underside of this car isn't like show car normal stuff, it's just Rust-Oleum, like a hammer texture roll-on. So it works out nice. It doesn't get overspray over everything in the shop. And it goes on a little bit thicker too. So now we're setting up some bump stops in the front so that when the car lays out, it doesn't push that inner fender up and mess with any of the fender gaps. So as soon as Frank has that firewall piece painted, we'll bolt that back in, we'll stab the engine back in, and then onto wiring. Till then, plumbing will get done, fuel lines are already done, air lines, AccuAir sensors, all that stuff's gonna get done now. So this video is gonna be fast. Last one. So if you'll notice on the table here, and if I don't sound excited, there's a reason that I'm not excited. We were supposed to start this thing up last Thursday, so a few days ago. Today's Monday. Did our normal thing, checked fuel pressure, dealt with the fuel leak, bled the brakes, dealt with brake line leaks. And then while Hector was helping me bleed the brakes, he said there's some antifreeze leaking. And I said, all right, well, no big deal, we'll get to that. No, it's leaking between the block and the head. So, needless to say, that's a little detrimental to a project. So now, instead of this truck being running and driving and putting glass in it and finishing it, Olin has now been tasked with taking the engine apart inside this freshly painted, powder coated, nice looking truck. So, and then once we actually get the head off, we have to hope that it's just a bad head gasket, or maybe they put the wrong one in. I did a little bit of research. There is a different head gasket that can go in here. But we just have to hope that that's it. And if it is it, we've already got new head gaskets and new head bolts. We'll bolt everything back up together, and hopefully by the end of the day, be able to fill it up with coolant and call Kyle and tell him to come over and start it. But as Mike the Situation says, the comeback is greater than the setback. So if you watch Jersey Shore, you would know those things. So Olin's gonna hopefully have this back there. We're gonna do both sides.
Yes, yeah.
Because why just do one? Driver's side was not leaking, passenger side was. But at this point, like the engine was painted all together, so we don't want to have like unpainted head bolts on one side and painted head bolts on the other side. We could just do those four, but like, because there's only 4 exposed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 exposed.
But then also we know what we have.
Yeah, we want to make sure that it's right. We didn't build the engine, we didn't buy the engine, it was provided to us, which is always the worst way to get something for a customer, because maybe you saved a couple bucks, but you're spending it now. Whereas if we would have supplied the engine, that'd be on us. So when I tell customers, just let us buy your parts, I'm not going to charge you any more than you'd pay somewhere else, here's your lesson, folks. Because now the labor is on the owner of this truck. And he can take it up with the engine guy. We'll report back and we'll tell him what's wrong with it and if we fixed it and that type of thing, but it sucks for us because we should have a running truck and then we should be working on the firewall of that. But it's just part of what we do. No big deal. We'll get through it. What else, Olin?
I think that's about it. We got that guy up there making noise.
you'll probably watch this. Today's Monday. You'll probably watch this like Thursday or Friday.
Maybe tomorrow.
Nah, probably not tomorrow. I'll wait.
All right.
Seems like we get more views
End of the week.
end of the week. So, but yeah, we won't see you again for like a month. So I get half off this month, right? He's not answering. We'll see you early next month when I'm back because I'm taking a vacation. Which,
come down and make an episode
which means,
with Pio and
well, last time we did that, nobody watched
It
it.
doesn't matter. I still get paid.
That's
So,
true.
If anybody wants to come hang out while he's gone, we'll be here.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, jeez.
We're gonna fill this place with mini trucks.
Oh, there's gonna be a Toyota here and a hard body. And anyway, I'm gonna do a sale. No, I'm not. You won't see this. You're gonna have to edit that out. I'm gonna do a sale today. This video won't be posted, and then by then the sale will be over. What else? See you next month, where this truck will be running, and that truck will be running, and that car will be running, and Brandon's truck will be on a chassis, and Aaron's truck and Alan's truck will have firewalls. And then we have, what do we have coming in? We have a dually coming in July for Shane. Maybe a 54 Chevy car coming in towards the end of July. We're gonna be doing some stuff with another chef in early August. So come back in July. Maybe we'll do a wrap-up video on the turbo truck at some point.
Just let me borrow while you're gone.
I think Scott's taking it while I'm gone. All right, see you later. Terrible.
Like it's just super.
That looks awful. Holy fuck, dude.
Look at the coolant passages. They're just corroded.
Who said this engine was rebuilt?
Yeah. And like,
Dude, look at the junk in there.
yeah, and like just the surface of this is just full of like a second layer of.
Well, we're screwed, probably. I don't know what Marlon's gonna want to do, but that's not a fresh rebuild. And like the heads look like garbage. Like that's not even new heads. You know, like that's all old. None of that shit's new.
So what's the advice to people?
Never have anyone build an engine for you. Let guys like us take care of it, because nobody would do this to me. Tell me that this thing's rebuilt and then give me that in exchange. That's like, I don't even know what to do right now, because it's not like I can just order up a 6-liter. It has to be this because the truck's wired everything for this engine. So yeah, phone call. I'm gonna make a phone call to Marlon. Maybe make a couple phone calls first. But that's the other thing, like if I take this to a machine shop and have it all rebuilt, then the truck's just down for a while, which I guess is okay, but stuff to figure out.